What is up, everybody? I'd like to welcome each and every one of you back to a new One Punch Man the strongest LSSR review. Today we're going to be looking at the legal lolly, everybody's favorite waifu. You probably might get into jail because of this character, Awakened Terrible Tornado or TatsuV2. So we are going to be looking at her skills, descriptions, as well as how long she survives in the meta. So let's have a look, shall we? So first things first, an introduction into our subject of the day. She's considered an extremely strong and versatile unit, able to excel at being a DPS, sub-DPS, or even a support unit, depending on your style of play. She's considered a Lance tier unit, although I would bump her to S tier for PvP at the time being. For PvE, she's still a Lance tier unit. She's absolutely essential in mob clearing, as well as getting through those hard bang and bang poo stages on the Mirage Trial bounty missions. Meta life is considered extremely long, although it is cut a little bit short with Suryu Gilwin combo. You can think of it as not a lot of people are gonna get it because Suryu is in the middle of very important units, namely Bomb and Sonic. So not a lot of people will be getting him, most probably, because he cannot afford with the black tickets, so you don't really need to worry too much about it. But Suryu does counter her. She's also considered the queen of Life Clash. Very strong with Bakuzan Core 10 as well as Gyro Core 10 or even Core 4 or even Core 1. She is very strong in Life Clash, everybody. So if you're pulling her in the beginning of the banner, expect to only see her in Life Clash. You won't really see her in main PvP unless it's for Crossover Club War Team 2. For Zombie Man Core. She's only usable post bomb in the arena lineup, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree, but this is more or less what I've observed, and it seems to be the facts. She requires keepsake, in my opinion, to be decent. She is usable, but for PvP standards, I would say she needs her keepsake to be considered decent. Without her keepsake, her damage just isn't sufficient enough, even with Vaccine Man in your lineup. She requires partners, which are Vaccine Man and Chose. So she requires this unit to be on the field at all times if she wants to reach max DPS values. So let's have a look at her abilities breakdown. First things first, we have her passive, Ultimate Trump, not to be confused with the Politician. After taking action, removes Seal Energy, 30% crit damage free. Absorbs enemies 50% dot damage as hit points occur up to 6 times per round, so every enemy can actually heal you if you don't die. After taking action, removes Seal Energy. Just to elaborate on that context, if your king seals 2 energy, ATT will remove the seal, so enemy seal energy will be deleted permanently, and Watchman can seal another 2 energy. So it sounds really OP, but it's not. It's a really niche way of playing, but it's definitely executable. 35% crit damage free, so crit damage free up by 5%, and absorb health up from 50 to 75%, totaling at 25% increase. Basic attack telekinetic power, hits one enemy dealing 140% of attack, grants 30% tenacity to self based on max HP, so it won't be very high because she's known to be very paper as a unit. So now moving on to her bread and butter skills, her ultimate known as Mighty. So mighty she is for her tiny stature. AoE 6, dealing 150% attack, grants 50% dot bonus, increase the effects of dot, so dots such as force field, corrode, burn by 50%. And 100% chance to inflict force field, of course this is affected by resistance, as well as hit, dealing 160% of her attack. Ultra Ultimate AoE 6, dealing 180% of her attack, grants 50% dot bonus, so it doesn't change. 100% chance to inflict force field. Force field damage is 220% of her attack. So let's have a look at the animations, shall we? So this is her basic ultimate animation. Sends you on a flying rock to the sky. Pretty cool. And her ultra ultimate, she sends you on a flying rock into the sky and crushes you with buildings. So if you weren't dead in the first explosion, you'll be dead in the building crushing part, yeah? So now let's look at her meta analysis. Sorry, I do not have videos of her, but I can detail to you how she functions in the meta. So first things first, you're gonna see in the beginning when she comes out, she's gonna be extremely weak, completely obliterated by Genos if you choose to use her in her arena lineup, because she does not have an ounce of survivability. You wanna run Tank Top Master Goketsu? Fine by me. RMG says hello. So you're basically screwed there. My personal recommendations is to put her into your Zombie Man team with Vaccine Man and 3 grapplers and Zombie Man, and just work with that. I think that will be her biggest niche up until Bomb Call. Once Bomb Call comes and Genos is essentially obliterated, as you can see with my stream yesterday, I showed you against the Tenacious Shield how much damage my Genos did, which is basically 0. That's when ATT really shines. You can also use her for PvE at the moment. She can very easily clear bomb and bang sages in the bounty system for the emblem, so you can definitely use her there. Other than that, she's very good in live clash, she's very good in mob clearing, and she's very good as a secondary support unit up until bomb time. Bomb is when she shines, and then she gets gutted by Suryu. So people may be asking, why does she lose to Suryu? Because Suryu is actually a backline DPS unit, but his DPS values were way too low for him to be considered a good unit, so he was put under a niche. But after his buffs, he became an increasingly big problem to people who put ATT at the back. And most people will put ATT at the back because if they put in the front, Galewind was stunned. So you can argue that it's either Suryu or Galewind, one of them will end up killing ATT, but eventually her meta life actually shortened up to Galewind. It's not up to CEV2 anymore. So feel free to disagree. If you reach to this point in the video, I'd like to personally thank you. Do drop a peace in the comment. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope that you guys excel in your pools, and I hope that you guys are prepared for the upcoming bomb meta. It's not very far anymore. I mean, it was far at the beginning of the year, but now we're halfway through the year. So I'd like to wish everybody a good end of the month. Stay home, stay safe, make sure you drink a lot of water, practice social distancing, wear a mask, and of course, do make sure that you get vaccinated if you can and you have the opportunity to do so. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I respect every single one of you and your opinions, so do comment down below. Peace.